we started getting into it and everything, and clothes started to come off. And she wanted to give me a little show. So she was like, just stand right there. And so like she took off everything very seductively and got on my bed and started twerking that thing, right? And I was like, what the hell? Because at this point, she got nothing on. And I smelled this smell and it hits my nose.
According to TikTok, Instagram, the internet, women who have BBL smell, or at least there's a smell that goes along with getting a BBL. I really have my own theory about this BBL smell issue, but before we get into it, my name is Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video, and don't forget to sub to the channel. Now, let's watch this video that went viral about a specific smelly situation that this guy had to deal with on a date with the BBL.
Yeah, those BBLs be stinking. So you guys may have seen this online that BBL smells is trending. And there are a lot of reasons for that smell, but I think that I will tell you guys a story about a girl that I dated, and I took her out, and she had a BBL. Her body looked crazy good. Like, she had it done right. Her whole body looked amazing. So we linked up and we went out, had a really good time. We went to a Lakers game and then went to a spot by LA Live and had some dinner, had a really good time. And so she was like, so what you trying to do? I was like, yeah, let's go back to my place and relax, have a nightcap and see where it takes us. So we drive back to my spot. And so light the candles, get the music going, open up a bottle of champagne, and we sitting there and we're having a nice vibe. And, we started getting into it and everything, and clothes started to come off. And she wanted to give me a little show. So she was like, just stand right there. And so like she took off everything very seductively and got on my bed and started twerking that thing, right? And I was like, what the hell? Because at this point, she got nothing on. And I smelled this smell and it hits my nose. Shit was like a assault of my nose. I'm like, what the hell? And so I'm like, baby, not to be rude, but I know we had a long day. You're not smelling that fresh down there. I think you need to get into the shower and go ahead and freshen up. And she looked at me so embarrassed. I did it as gently as I could, but what I realized is if someone has had a normal size behind for all of their life, and then they switch up and now they got this big BBL, they have to reach back there and really clean. You know what I'm saying? And if they're not used to doing that, they might not know that, hey, you sweat differently. Everything is different when you add that much more meat back there. That thing can't breathe as good. And
any man that's dealt with a good number of women has had an experience like this, where you and a woman has been out all day, or maybe she's been out and comes over to your house to chill after a long day of running around. I had a very similar situation to the one he's describing. The woman I was dealing with, her body was on point and 100% natural. We chilled and all that, but when it came time for the bedroom, I caught a whiff and recommended she take a shower. Meanwhile, I've dealt with women with BBLs, been out all day doing stuff, get back home and no issues at all. So I really think this is more of a hygiene body odor issue than it is a BBL issue. For women with good hygiene, this situation is not an issue. I've even had women come over after a long day running around doing whatever, and their first stop is the bathroom to freshen up, and then they come find me wherever I am in the house and chill.
So she ended up getting in the shower and everything. I had everything that she needed. And I ended up clapping them cheeks, and it was much better. But some people, the smell, I think her smell was coming from just not being able to get back there and clean properly. But some people's smell is coming from what the excretions and what's coming out with the fat that they've actually put in to their bodies.
If anyone watching this has had a BBL, or you dealt with somebody that had a BBL, then you know after their surgery, the first couple days to a week or so, they have incisions that do drain. But by the time a woman is up and moving and out on a date, those incisions should have healed a long time ago. And anything excreting or smelling at that point is again personal hygiene and not having to do with the BBL. The fact is, if you're a clean woman, then you're a clean woman with a BBL. If you have good hygiene, you have good hygiene with the BBL. It may take a little extra attention and extra effort, but that really wouldn't change. On the other hand, if you were a woman that probably didn't have the best hygiene or body odor before BBL, then it's just going to be worse after you get it. You will have to pay close attention after a long day running around, and maybe your first stop is a bathroom to freshen up before chilling with somebody. And one of the things he says that he had everything the woman needed to freshen up, and I think that's a tip for all fellas. Make sure you have baby wipes and all the stuff that women need in your house already. So yeah, I think having a BBL can contribute if you already had a hygiene issue, if you already weren't good at some of the stuff that you need to do to make sure you don't have a smell.
So, you know, BBLs for me is just for fun. Those women are for fun. Like, you can't take women with BBLs, in my opinion, to parent-teacher conferences. They big old ass knocking over the little kids' crayons and stuff as they try to walk through the parent-teachers conferences in them small-ass classrooms. That's not really for me. That's for fun. That's for, you know, weekend fun. You know, wifey material is just regular, natural women that you can build a family with and give a great life to.
BBLs are so popularized these days and tied to IG models that I don't think we think about the full spectrum of women that actually get BBLs nowadays, because they're way more common than we think. There are wives, mothers, doctors, lawyers, office workers, teachers, you name it, that get BBLs and look nothing like those IG models. It's the same fat transfer process, but not all women are interested in getting huge oversized asses that knock stuff off a table when they walk by. Some of these women out here that have a nice shape and look natural have BBLs, believe it or not. But to his point, there are absolutely some women that a man shouldn't try to build a life with. We've all heard it. Don't save her, she don't want to be saved. Can't turn a hoe into a housewife. And that's 100% fact.
Yeah, those BBLs be stinking. BBL smell.
The BBL smell is trending on social media. But what is it?
And it could be like 2 or 3 BBL baddies, and you wondering like, who the hell got cheesy fries? You know? Like, who got their socks out? You know, something don't smell right.
So why would getting a BBL make you potentially smell bad? There are a lot of theories being thrown out there.
When women have liposuctions and BBLs, about 3 weeks later, all the way up to 3 weeks later, they have excretions, actually grease, that comes out of their body, and it has a putrid smell.
It's normal to get a little bit of drainage from having liposuction or BBL for a few days after surgery, but putrid smell after 3 weeks tells me you've got an infection. That is not normal.
So like I said before, if you're still excreting anything, by the time you're up, out and about and dating, then there's something else going on there. I said hygiene, but you heard the doc say that it could be an infection.
But you gotta understand, it's like physics. If you was a chick that was like 150, right? 150 pounds, and then you got a BBL. So the BBL made you probably like 170, 180. You're not used to that go around. You feel me?
So the brother's math is clearly off. When you get a BBL, they're removing the fat from parts of your body with liposuction. They then take a percentage of that fat and put it in your butt for the BBL process. So there is no additional weight going into a woman's body. If anything, they may lose weight because they'll use less fat than they took out.
So is the BBL smell fact or is it cap? It is cap. Now, immediately after surgery, maybe you're a bit sore, maybe it's a little hard to clean back there, but otherwise, there's nothing about having had a BBL surgery that's gonna make you smell bad.
Yeah, it's hygiene, 100% hygiene. If you were clean before a BBL, you'll be clean after a BBL. You may just have to pay a little extra attention. But y'all let me know in the comments, do women with BBL smell? And fellas, have you ever had to ask a woman to hop in the shower before getting in bed? But thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the next video, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.